Okay, so last class we started with a Salesforce security model, right? So, how many ways we have to provide a security on the data? Means in the form of records, and how many ways we can restrict
Four ways.
access for the users?
Four ways, okay.
Four, or we can tell this as five also. But what are all? The complete package of those we can call it as sales for security model only, right? Security model. Okay, so how many? One is OWD, second is role hierarchy, third one is sharing rules and manual sharing, and to get the profile also needed. Okay, we can control the access on the data, which means on the records, by using all of these type of securities. Okay, clear. So I think morning like we covered about the OWD with profile as well. Clear. What is the OWD stands for? Anyone? OWD stands for.
Akka, I said the answer, Akka. Org white default.
Good.
Hello?
What about the others? Yes, Tara, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, Akka.
Yeah, fine. So OWD stands for Argo-wide defaults. Organization wide default settings. We can call it as OWD. Now, my next question is how many again? How many level of access we have under the OWD?
Four, Akka.
Four. What are they?
Private,
Yes.
private read, public
Private.
read and write.
Second one is first one is private. Okay. What's the second one?
Private read.
Not private read.
Private read, Akka.
No
The
private
public
read.
read, public write.
No, not like that.
Pub-
There is no private read. There is separate
Akka, no
private.
private read, Akka. Public read. Public read and public write. Public
Public
read,
read
write
write
and
is there.
transfer.
Okay. So one is private. Second thing is public read only. Third thing is public read only. Read write. Sorry. Read write. Fourth one is public read write transfer. So here the fourth
Okay.
public read write one uh, will only applicable for on lead object and case object. Okay, but first these three will be work on any of the object. Okay, fine. So okay, so we have covered about this OWD. So OWD means we can control the read or write access default for all. Means no matter whoever is going to access the record on particular object, we can control for all the users using the OWD. We can give the same access for all the user by using the OWD. Okay, clear. So now the second thing is role hierarchy is there, and sharing rules are there, and manual sharing. These three types are left. Okay. What about this? So we are already having OWD and profile. Still, do we need a role hierarchy or sharing rules or manual sharing? Means yes, definitely we need. Why? Because there are few scenarios from the business side which we cannot achieve by using the OWD and profile alone. Okay, we need like still we need role hierarchy and steering rules and manual sharing. The thing is, coming to the role hierarchies, for example, if you want to share a records based on the hierarchies, for example, see here it is saying like for manager roles and sub roles, which means for example in a company CEO will be there. Under the CEO some managers will be there. Under the managers some supervisors, and supervise under the supervisors subordinates, like this the hierarchy will be there. Okay, based on the hierarchy, if you want to provide an access, then role hierarchy will come into the picture. So there OWD will won't work, because OWD will work for default for all the users. not based on the hierarchy. If you want to give the access or control the access based on the hierarchies, then we can go with the role hierarchy. Okay, the third one is sharing rules and manual sharing. These are there. No, don't worry, going forward we can learn each and everything. Okay, see, uh, one second. um, See, so we are going to discuss about the roles and sharing rules and manual sharings now. Okay, by end of this video, so you will be understand like able to understand concepts of role hierarchy and sharing rules and manual sharing, and you guys will able to choose when and how to use role hierarchy and sharing rules and manual sharings based on the given scenario. Okay, clear? Okay. Ways to provide security means we were discussing like these are the four ways. One, by using the OWD we can provide, profile we can provide, role hierarchy, sharing rules, and manual sharing. Till now we discussed about these two, OWD and profile. So what it is saying, like we are mandatory for user to see any objects records. So till now, if you want to see records on any of the object, no matter whether it's account or case or contact or opportunity, if you want to have an access on the records of that particular object, you definitely have access on profile and as well as OWD as well. So OWD will deals with the shared records, okay, but profile should be present for both shared records and as well as owned records. Okay, clear? But both are required, right? OWD and profile both are required. These two level of security is mandatory for every user and for every object everywhere. Okay. Coming to the role hierarchy and sharing rules and manual sharing, these are the optional, not a mandatory. So if you don't have a role hierarchy for a user, still he can able to access the records on a object based on the profile access and OWD access. Okay, same like sharing rules and manual sharing. Clear? Up to here, you guys, clear? OWD and profile both are mandatory, but rest is not the mandatory. Okay, okay, fine. Now let's see about the one by one. The rest types for there. No? Let's see one by one. Here I have one scenario that like we are having the three users. Okay, one is Betty. Okay, Betty is a sales manager, and second is a brand, and third user is Suchi. Okay, Betty is the manager for brand and Suchi. Okay, brand and Suchi are both are the same designation and they both have the same access and everything. Okay, brand and Suchi, they these two are the colleagues. Okay, clear? But Betty is the manager for these two guys and Bran and Suchi. Okay. Now I have the scenario that I wanted like there are a few records which are owned by Betty and few records which are owned by Bran and few records which are owned by Suchi. Which means what it means, Betty has created her own records. One or two records are there. Same like Bran has his own records. Means he have created the records on his own thing. Okay. Same like Suchi also. Now here the hint is there, that is lead object. Okay, morning we were discussing about the lead object only, right? On a lead, OW is set for a private and profile access is the cred, means create, read, edit and delete. Now tell me, I have one question here based on the morning class. So Betty has her own records and Brand has his own records and Suchi has her own records. Now Brand can see Betty records and Suchi records. Will he able to see Betty's record and Suchi's record?
Yet he can't see the record.
He can't see record. Why? Because
It is private.
yeah, OWD is set for a private. Means if OWD is set for a private, which means the user cannot see the shared records. He can see only his own records, which means Betty can see her own records and Suchi can see her own records and Brand can see his own records. But no one can see others' record. Okay, because OWD is set for a private. Okay, clear? Now I have one scenario that here all of all three are having their own records. Now Bitty is the sales, Bitty is the manager for the brand and Suchi. As she is manager for brand and Suchi, she want to have a, I mean, she want access on the brand record and Suchi record, but brand and Suchi cannot see Betty's record. Understood? Understood? Very
Akka,
good.
can you repeat it again?
Sorry.
Can you repeat it again, Akka?
Yeah, sure. See here, as we said, like Betty is the manager for these two people, Suchi and Bran. Okay. Here, three peoples are having their own records. Means Bran has created two records, Suchi has created two records, and Betty has created two records. As OW is set for a private and profile is create, read, edit, and delete. Bran cannot see the Betty's record and Suchi's record. Same Suchi cannot see the Betty record and Bran record. Same Betty also cannot see the Bran record and Suchi record. Why? Because OWD is set for a private. Till now it's clear, right? Now the thing is, Betty is the manager for Bran and Suchi. Okay? Yeah, she's manager. She want to have access on a brand records and Suchi's record because she is the manager of these two peoples. Clear? Even though if
Yes.
OWD is set to private, she want to have a access on the brand's record and Suchi's record, but Suchi and brand cannot see Betty's record and brand cannot see the Suchi's record. Clear? Which means
Yes,
whoever
Akka.
is the higher access, means sorry, higher hierarchy, which means manager and subordinates here. That's it. So manager can see the his below subordinates record, but subordinates cannot see the higher authorities records. Simple. అర్థం కాలేదా?
Yes, yes, Akka. Yes, అర్థమైంది అక్క.
అర్థమైందా? So now we want to have a access on branch record and switch record. How we can achieve this? Now tell me,
We can achieve it
is this possible
modify
by
our
the
Akka.
OWD and profiles? No, right? So
Yes, Akka.
OWD is set for private, it will be applicable for all the
Yes,
three users. It's not specifically one user and one user and one user. So now
yes.
these type of requirements. Now here role hierarchy will help us. See, roles can help us to to tackle this type of requirements. Clear? Requirement is clear, right? Here,
Yes, Akka.
all these three having the same object and same profile and everything. Just we are going to deal with the roles. So here in this type of requirement, role hierarchy will help us. Okay. What is the role hierarchy? Role hierarchy settings helps supervisor to see and edit records who are below in the hierarchy. Below in the hierarchy, who are there under under that manager, he can see the records which are owned by his subordinates or her subordinates. Subordinates means whoever is there under the manager. Though these people we can call it as subordinates. Right? See, only the thing you must do is set users in the role hierarchy as per your requirement and grant hierarchy access in OWD. Which means here grant hierarchy access in OWD is something else that I'll show you now. What is that grant access? If you go to the sharing settings, okay, here we can see OWD, right? Just beside of here one thing is there, one column is there, that is grant access using hierarchies. If you enable this, then only it will work with the role hierarchy. For example, if you disable this, role hierarchy will not work for this object. Okay, if you want to like set a security by using the role hierarchies, definitely you should check this box, grant access using the hierarchies. If you uncheck this, role hierarchy will won't work. Okay, this is just key point, just keep in your mind. Okay, clear? Now see, we were discussing about the roles on, right? So what I was telling, like we can achieve the type of requirement by using the role hierarchy. We'll see what is the role hierarchy, how we can configure the role hierarchy. Okay, so I just logged in. Before going to do all this, Let me create a three users in our Salesforce. Okay, with that we can test. Okay, I haven't created the users. I didn't get a time. I'm going to create a new users. Mhm. Standard platform user. Let's see whether these peoples are having the access on the leader account object. Accounts. Okay, let's take an example of account instead of lead. Morning we just taken a lead object, right? Now let's see about the accounts. Okay, now we are taking about example as a account instead of lead object. That's fine, right? Because this profile is having the account object. I think it is not having the leads object. Fine, we can take the accounts example, account object instead of lead object. Okay, what is the profile? It is the profile is standard platform user. Let me go to profiles, not profile company information. I'm just checking how many licenses are left for that profile. Standard platform. Total licenses three. Used is two. Still we can use one. Okay, we can go ahead with the sale. I'm just going to create a three users for the testing purpose. That's it. Don't be hate confusion with this. Before going to create a users means before going to assign a profile, I'm just checking whether the profile is having access or not. Okay, Salesforce platform. Okay, still we can use. We can create a one user. Two are there, two users. One is Rajesh and second is Surya. Mm, let's edit this. I'm just naming it as Betty. As per our Betty, second user, it is Suchi. And I'm going to create a one more new user with that same profile. Okay, that is brand. Okay, brand at hotmail.com. Salesforce platform, standard platform user. And I'm just going to create it. Fine. I'm just going to log in for Hotmail. Okay, I have created another user is brand. Okay, now let's see, three users are there. See, total we're having the three users with this profile of standard platform user, and standard platform user. All these three are okay. Fine. Uh, these are the three users. One is Betty is there, Bran is there, and Suchi is there. All these three users are having the same profile, which is standard platform user, and standard platform user. Let's check the OWD as well. Okay, what is the OWD for account and contact? Okay, because in our example, OWD is set for a private, right? S- For the lead, OWD is private. Now I'm going to set private for the account and contact. See, here it is public read and write is there. I am just going to edit this. As I'm admin only, I'm not able to edit. I'll have your later. Now this time I'm getting the edit option. Previously I was not able because I just logged in as brand, but here it was showing the training batch 3 only. Why? Because I didn't have refreshed the page. That's why. See, now I edit this. Once I edit on account, I'm just going to make it as private. Okay, see, save it. Still it is showing as public read write only. Just refresh the page. Just make sure until it's reflect. Okay, it will take a while to get that. See, now it's reflected as private. Okay, so as account is on private, let's see. Let me log in with the three users. Okay, first, uh, in this, I'll just log in with the brand user. Okay, in this browser, I'm just going to log in as a brand, or else let me log in another browser. I have opened the accounts tab. Here, if I go for my accounts, as of now, it cannot see even single account. Also, don't have any access on the records. Now, brand is going to create a. branch record. Okay, claiming it as a branch record. I'm just filling the mandatory fields and I'm saving the one account. So now brand has created one record, say with the name of brand's account record. Now just log in with other user, that is let's log in with this browser. I'm going to log in here with the Betty. Let's see what is the username for the Betty. So now here Betty is going to create her own record. Betty's account record. Okay, fine. And she's saving this account. Okay, do not select the rating as a home. Okay, I have. Okay, so here under the account, Betty has created her own record. Okay, and rest one user is there. That is, I'll just log in here only, not here in this Chrome only. Betty we logged in, and I think brand Suchi we need to log in, right? We are logged in. Brand we logged in, and in this browser as Betty we logged in, and now we have to log in Suchi. Okay, going to the users, we'll see the what is the ID for the Suchi. Surya 1234. Okay, now I'm just going to log in here itself. Okay. Same thing we have to do with this as well. God. Okay.
वो तो पापा के बस लॉजिक में है कि 10 दिन वो रहेंगे तो फिर वो तो बोलेगी ये तो आके रहे, अब हम जाएंगे,
Wait,
पापा
question
एक
five
जन
one
लेके
zero
कितना
seven
जाएंगे,
three
वो
zero.
लाएगी हजारों को, समझ रही है, वो लाएगी
Five
हजारों
one
को।
zero seven three zero. God. Hmm. Here we logged in as Suchi. Finally, we have logged in with all the three users in different browsers. Okay, and they have created their own records. Here, it is Suchi's account record. Okay, see now in one browser I just logged in as a Suchi. Okay, and she's created one record, one account record under the account tab. So if I set for my accounts, any of the filter, he can see only one record. She can see her own record here. Same if I go to this brand also can see his own record. See, no records. If I set it for my account also, he can see only one record. Same like Betty also can see her own record. See here I just log in as Betty. Here she can see only her own record. Why? Because see all these three users are having the same profile, right? And OW is set for a private. That's why they are not able to see the records which are created by others. They are able to see the records which are created by themselves. It's a see, right? Now let me change. Sorry, just close all these tabs. Okay, I'm just going to change a OWD now.
हाँ, वो कुछ बोल रही तो कुछ कर रहे थे, ये कर रहे थे जबरदस्ती,
Sharing.
नाम खराब
Sorry,
कर रही। और फिर उस पे है ही,
sharing
वो
settings.
कैसे होती है?
Okay,
हम्म, हम्म,
under the sharing
मैं क्यों
check-in,
करूँगी? और फिर
if I
बदनाम
edit
फालतू
it,
करना
here
है।
I just log in as with
और
my
क्या
user
पता,
only.
और जब ऐसे
I'm
बोलेगी
having the
ना
admin
तो जब
access.
पिटा
Okay,
भी
in
जाएगी,
another browser, I
गाँव
mean the
लगाएगी
same
है,
another
बार
Chrome
बार
tab,
करेगी।
I just log in with a Suchi. Okay, don't confuse. I'm going here and I'm editing this. See, account and contact is with the private. That's why they are not able to see the records which are created by the others. Means which are created by the other. Now I'm making it as a public read only. This time, what will be the result?
और
Can
इनके
anyone tell?
घबरावे में क्या ओस-ओस करके आप ठीक करिए।
Um,
मैं तो बात की
we
नहीं
can
है।
read all the records of
एक्सरसाइज
others.
करो ना तो
I am just refreshing the page.
और इतना
Okay.
शौक चढ़ा है, मैंने
Now,
बोला पापा ने आपको शौक चढ़ा है तो अल्टरनेटिव डे पे पैदल-पैदल चले जाया करो, किसी के घर जाके नहीं जाना। ऐसे बोलते हैं
what is
पापा।
the record here? Switch on.
Switch your account record.
Let me go and check with it.
अरे आज दिखाए मुझे नहीं, आज मुझे दिखाए पूरा तो भर दिया जगह भी नहीं है गाड़ी में, जब चलना है वहाँ पे भी ग्लास ही लगा दी क्या, बीच में जो है इतना भर दिया है, टमाटर वमाटर ये सब।
Public read only,
और
but
मुझे
still
समझ में
it
आता है
is
ये
not
कैसी
showing
मतलब
here.
अजीब ही मतलब पापा की
Any guess
छवियां
why
लगती
it is
है।
not showing
हमें
here?
करुणा की
Only
वीडियो
switches
देखी,
only
इतना
she
हुआ
can
कि
see,
लोगों को मैंने फोन कर कर के सुनाया ये
not
कराया,
others.
ठीक है, तो पापा को ये सब पता है कि हमने क्या क्या बोला, वो आना बंद कर दी थी, फिर उसकी माँ जो थी
In
मरी,
profile, we want to
राइट,
change.
बेचारी इसलिए किया या नहीं किया, इसके बाद ये क्यों
Let
जाना
me go
स्टे
and check
करना,
in
जा रहे
another
तो लेकर आ जाओ ना, स्टे
whether
करके
this
10
has
दिन रहूंगा, खा पी कर आऊंगा, 10 दिन बाद पीती आई, तो मतलब ये अपना देख रहे हैं क्या, पहाड़ पे भी चले जाओ इससे अच्छा।
can see now.
नहीं रे, पहाड़ में क्या,
Filter is wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in this new this week. So in this week whatever they created, those are all the
क्या क्या
new
नहीं
this.
समझी मैं।
If I am putting my accounts here, their own records can only see. That's my mistake only. Sorry, new this week. Whatever the records created by in this
हाँ,
week, all the accounts should affect in this. See now they can see. all the three records. Same here as well. If I put the filter new this week, here she can see all the three. Previously it
कितनी
was not
लालची है
able to
वो,
see.
करुणा कितनी लालची है,
Same
जहाँ पैसे मिले वहाँ फंस जाती है।
here
उसको
also.
पता है बनाना, पता नहीं क्यों आलू
Same.
कैसे होता
But Brian also can see all his records. So now if I set it for private now,
है। वो क्या
it won't
करेगा
be
यार,
see any
उसके बच्चे बच्चे को तो अभी नहीं पढ़ा
others
रही है
records.
करुणा,
Now I'm again going to
वो क्या
set it for
करेगा, पैसे
private.
नहीं उसके
I just went to show you how it will behave. Okay. Refresh the page. See here, don't trust. Just wait until it's reflected here. Otherwise, it won't work. See,
तो आती
I'm
नहीं
just
है।
saving for twice or thrice, but still it is showing us public video
मार्केट तो
only.
लिया और उससे मीटर है।
It will take a while to save that.
हम्म।
Now it's reflected for the private. Now if I go here and if I refresh the
तो मुझे
page,
भी इतना नेगेटिव सोचते हैं, तो
maybe
सेटिंग
you
में
guys
वहाँ
got
रहती हूँ।
doubt, right? Previously I didn't
पहले
check in the
तो
new to
इसको
this week.
बना के
That's why.
रखूंगी,
So
साइड
now
में
I'm in the new to this week, but
हटा के रखूंगी।
Suchi can see only her own
वो
record. Why?
लाइट
Because
कहाँ है
whatever it is
वैसे?
set for a private.
करुणा आई
Okay,
है?
now you guys clear, right? Sorry, a time waste అయింది ఇక్కడ. We just created it three users with the same profile, and we have taken a account as a example for the object, and we set the votability for private on the account object. Now all these three users are created. Each one has created one record. They can see their own records. Why? Because whatever is in a private. Now what we were discussing, let's come back to our scenario, that we want to give an access to Betty, as Betty is the manager of this brand and Suchi's. So Betty wants to see the brand's record and Suchi records, but brand cannot see the Betty records and Suchi records, and Suchi cannot see the Betty's record and brand's record. Okay, it's clear. So for what we were discussing, if you want to tackle this type of requirement, what we were discussing, role hierarchy will be help us, right? Let's see how to create a role hierarchy. Okay, I'm duplicating the tab. Okay, and just search for the roles. In the quick find first, just search for the roles. Under the users, you can see the roles. Okay, see, if you open a roles, this is the preview of the roles. It is giving you some kind of preview here. See, executive staff will be there. Under his, like these subordinates will be there. This is the just preview chart like this. Okay, clear?
और पैसा लग रहा है तो और करेंगे, तो छोड़ना सही है।
Okay, I'm just marking, don't show this page again. Set up roles. Now I'm going to create a new role. As of now we don't have a even single role also. Now we are going to create a roles. Okay, see what is the roles. So in our example we are having the Betty is the sales manager. Okay, we'll give the role as a, he is the sales manager. I am making a manager under the CEO as a Betty. Okay, under the sales manager, sales reps, these two users are the sales rep means sales representative. Okay, he is the, these two people are the subordinates for the Betty. So as per, I'm just going to create a roles. Now under the CEO, okay, it's a company. Okay, IDFC First Bank is the company. Under this company, one CEO will be there. Under CEO, I'm just going to create a role, that is sales manager.
मेरे पास ना मैंगो
Okay,
नहीं है।
sales manager, sales manager only. Okay, role name is the sales manager. Okay, who it needs to report, because who will be the superior for the sales manager means I'm just making a CEO. Under the CEO, sales manager should be there. That is what I'm just going to create here. Okay, role name as displayed on the reports, that's fine. So just save this. Okay, see, just again click on a role,
इसलिए पॉज दे दी थी,
set
तो
up a
कैसे
role.
लगता है ऐसी चीजें, इसलिए तो डोनेट की, क्योंकि तो बस फ्री फ्री थी।
See, under the roles, we can see the
अब जैसे
sales
कि तेरी
manager
तरह
here.
तेरी तरह लोग
Okay,
जो अर्न कर
just
अर्निंग
open
मतलब
this.
अर्निंग जो देकर आया डोनेशन, बहुत से लोग ऐसे जाएंगे जो
edit.
स्किप हो जाएंगे लेकिन डोनेट नहीं करेंगे अब तो इतना फ्री
So
फ्री
I am
फ्री
just
फ्री
going
की
to
टाइम पे
assign
यूज
this
होगी
to
बेटी तो
Betty.
ऐसे बहुत सारी
Okay,
होंगी ना
this is
जिसने
the
किया होगा
role.
उससे उनका चलता होगा
Okay, we can assign it for the assign user role. Here only we can assign it to whom I need to assign it for. For Betty, I need to assign it for. No one is showing here.
आज हनुमान जयंती
Fine,
है
we can
आज
assign
के
it in
दिन
the
हुआ था
users
ना
itself.
ये दीदी
Let's create a few
ये
other
मेकअप
roles
किट
also,
है ना
then later all together we can assign. Okay, we have created one role, that is a sales manager. That's fine. Now I am going to create a new role, that is
मेरा ऐसा था कि हाँ कोई
sales
बात
sales
नहीं
rep.
मम्मी तो बोलती है
Sales
मेकअप
rep
पता
means
है
sales
ऐसा अचानक
representative.
से मुझे
Okay,
लगता है ऐसे हनुमान जी
reports
के
to
शुरू शुरू में तो
what?
मुझे याद है कि पंडित जी
Now
के
I
पास
am
आए
just
थे हनुमान
making it
जयंती
as a
के दिन जो
reports
भी
to
आता है इसको बहुत शुरू में
sales
जाता है
manager.
तो अजमेर जाते हैं
This
तो
is
मुझे
the
नहीं पता था
reports.
कि
Previously CU was there, now sales rep under the sales manager. So now I'm just going to save. We have created two roles, okay, as it is sales rep. These two will have the same role and this will be have the sales manager. Now I'm going to assign the roles as per our requirement. Just go to the users.
जहाँ भी हो चुकी होगी
Now see, you guys can see a role column is empty for all the users. You can see for our three users, Betty is also having no role and no role for Suchi as well. Now we are going to assign a role for each and every one. Okay, we can simply assign like this also. I just click, I just open the Betty records. I'm just going to edit. You can assign a role here. What is the role for Betty? Sales manager that we just now created. I'm just saving it. Now you can see sales manager is applied for the betting. Now brand and Suchi, what these guys should have the role
Sales representative.
sales rep. So I'm going to assign a sales rep for a brand and Suchi as well. So a brand also have assigned. Now rest is Suchi is pending. See, I'm just editing this. I'm just assigning the role as a sales rep. Now Suchi is the sales manager and brand and sorry, Betty is the sales manager and brand and Suchi is the sales representative. These two use under the Betty only. Clear? As per there we just assigned, right? Now we have created the roles. Okay, sharing roles. Another thing is I am just going to this is Suchi. Just refresh the page. Still, she is able to see her own record only, and this is the brand. I'm just refreshing the page. He can see his own record only. Now going to Betty, just refreshing the page. Still, she can see all the three records which are shared by the which are owned by the brand and Suchi. Clear? Which means why it is showing here we have given a access that grant access for hierarchies. Here it is there. That's why it is giving the access based on the hierarchy. Okay. For example, let's say if I uncheck this, we cannot uncheck this. Uh, no, we cannot uncheck that.
नहीं करना चाहिए इसे और
On the
मतलब
custom
बॉडी में
object, you guys
रिलैक्स
can
नहीं
able
रहेगा
to
तो जैसे
uncheck.
तुम
By
सबसे
unchecking
इंडिया
this,
से
you
इंडिया
guys
हो गए
can
ना
check.
तो तुम अपने
But here
वाले
I'm
से
not able to
दूसरे
uncheck
टाइम
because
पे
as it is
तुम
standard
अब
object.
वो पानी की तरफ फ्लो
Okay.
हो गई
For example, if here it is not there, if it is
जैसे आपने
unchecked,
डूब
then
गया था मतलब कभी कभी
here
कभी कभी बहुत
Betty
सारे
cannot see the
नहीं आते
records
तो
which are
पता है
owned by
उसको
the
डिलीट
others.
करना
Even
है
though if she is the
हाँ
manager,
जी
she cannot see. Why? Because if role hierarchy, if you want to work role hierarchy for that particular object based on the hierarchies, you have to give the access on the grant access this permission, this field. You have to check this field. Clear? Any doubt?
Yes, okay, clear.
క్లియరా? అందరికీ క్లియరా? నేను కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతున్నారా? సో రోల్ హైరార్కీ క్రియేట్ చేసాం. ఓకేనా? బేస్డ్ ఆన్ రోల్ హైరార్కీ యాక్సెస్ ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఈ బెట్టి వచ్చేసి సుచికి బ్రాండ్కి మేనేజర్ కాబట్టి, అంటే రోల్ బేస్ చేసుకొని చెప్తున్నాను నేను. ఓకేనా? సేల్స్ మేనేజర్ కింద సేల్స్ రిప్రజెంట్ ఉంటారనమాట. సో దాని ప్రకారం మనం రోల్స్ అదేం చేసాము. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద రోల్ హైరార్కీ ఈ యాక్సెస్ అనేది వస్తుంది అనమాట. ఇప్పుడు బెట్టి చూడగలుగుతుంది, ఎందుకంటే బెట్టి హయ్యర్ పొజిషన్లో ఉంది కాబట్టి బ్రాండ్కి, సుచికి. బట్ సుచి బెట్టి చూడలేరు. ఇప్పుడు సుచి ఇక్కడ ఉంది. రిఫ్రెష్ చేస్తాను, కనిపించదు. ఎందుకంటే తన రికార్డ్స్ తనకు మాత్రమే కనిపిస్తాయి కాబట్టి. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సుచి కింద ఇంకెవరైనా క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నారు అనుకో, అంటే సుచి రోల్ ఏంటి, సేల్స్ రిప్రజెంటేషన్ కదా. అండర్ సేల్స్ రిప్రజెంటేషన్ ఇంకా ఏదైనా వేరే రోల్ ఏదైనా క్రియేట్ చేస్తే అప్పుడు సుచి కింద ఎవరైతే మనం క్రియేట్ చేస్తామో వాళ్ళ రికార్డ్స్ సుచి చూడగలుగుతుంది, కానీ సుచి రికార్డ్స్ వాళ్ళ కింద ఉన్న వాళ్ళు చూడలేరు. క్లియరా?
Yes, అక్క.
అందరికి క్లియర్ అయితే చెప్తాను. ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ వీడియో చూడండి, కొంచెం మధ్యలో టైం తీసుకుని యూజర్స్ని క్రియేట్ చేయడం కోసం. ఓకేనా? హోప్ యూ గైస్ ఆర్ క్లియర్. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ రోల్ హైరార్కీ ఇస్ వెరీ సింపుల్, కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవడానికి ఏమీ లేదు. ఓకేనా? యాక్చువల్గా రోల్ హైరార్కీస్ ప్రొఫైల్స్ చెప్పినప్పుడు నేను తర్వాత చెప్తాను అని చెప్పాను, గుర్తుందా మీకు? ప్రొఫైల్స్ గురించి చెప్పేటప్పుడు రోల్స్, యూజర్స్ని క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు రోల్స్ మీద ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్ తర్వాత చెప్తాను అని చెప్పాను. అదే ఇది.
చెప్పారు
ఆ!
అక్క.
ఓకేనా?
చెప్పారంట.
అదే ఇది రోల్ హైరార్కీ. ఇట్స్ వెరీ సింపుల్, మీరు మరి ఒకసారి వీడియో చూడండి అర్థమవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? సి ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేసాం, బ్రాండ్ది సుచిది బెట్టి చూడగలుగుతుంది, బట్ బెట్టి రికార్డు కానీ సుచి రికార్డు కానీ వీళ్ళెవరు చూడలేరు, అంటే ఒకరి నుంచి ఒకరు చూడలేరు బెట్టి తప్పితే. ఓకేనా? అది రోల్ హైరార్కీ. అయిపోయిందా? క్లియరా?
Yes, అక్క, clear.
ఓకే, దెన్ వీ కెన్ గో విత్ ద సెకండ్ సినారియో, దట్ ఈస్ బెట్టి మేనేజర్ చెప్తున్నాం. ఓకే ఫైన్, బాగానే ఉంది. బ్రాండ్ నౌ బెట్టి కెన్ యాక్సెస్ బ్రాండ్స్ రికార్డ్ అండ్ సుచి రికార్డ్ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్. Why? Because brand and Suchi role is subordinate for the sales manager of Betty's. Okay, fine. We just configure the giving the security on the data based on the hierarchies. Now the thing is, as Betty can see the both brand and Suchi's record, that's fine. But brand also needs to see the Suchi's record. Okay, brand needs to see the records which are owned by the Suchi. Means same, these two are having same role, right? Same thing, same profile and everything, but still he want to see the records which are owned by the Suchi, but Suchi don't want to see brand's record. Okay, now what will help us means we can go with the share. All brands team record has to share with the Suchi's team, for example. Okay, the other thing is whatever the records are shared, sorry, whatever the records are created by the brand, or we need to share with the Suchi, or else whatever the records are created by the Suchi's team, that needs to share with the brand in any one direction, that's fine. Whether brand can see the Suchi record or Suchi wants to see the brand record, then what will help us, if you want to share a record, then sharing rules will help us. Understood? They both are having the same role, same profile, same object, everything. But whatever it's set for a private, then brands record, whichever the records are created by the brand, that Suchi needs to have an access. In vice versa also we can do. That is what I am telling. Okay. For example, if I am going to give the access for the Suchi on records which are created by the brand, means Suchi can see, but brand cannot see the Suchi's record still, because we are sharing the brand's record with the Suchi, not Suchi's record with the brand. That is what. Okay, that's fine. If you want to share a record which are owned by the someone else, then what will help us? Means when whatever it's set to private, in that time, if you want to see records which are owned by the others, then sharing rules will help us. We'll see how it will be. Sharing rules means this will help users to share records based on the conditions. One is share records for a users of role 1 to users of a role 2. Means based on the role we can say. What is the based on the role? See, sorry. Here brand having the sales rep. For example, if you want to share sales rep one, a record share with the sales rep two, like this also we can share different roles, we can share the records, okay, based on the roles also. Or else second thing is share the records for the users role 1 to a particular group, we can share the particular group as well. I'll show you how it is. Okay, మేబీ మీకు కన్ఫ్యూజన్గా ఉంటుంది అందుకే ఇప్పుడు చూపిస్తాను. సేమ్ లైక్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు గో ఫర్ ఏ షేరింగ్ రూల్స్ యాజ్ వెల్, యూ హ్యావ్ టు సర్చ్ ఫర్ ద షేరింగ్ సెట్టింగ్స్ హియర్. దెన్ దిస్ పేజ్ విల్ ఓపెన్. This is the OWD section. If you scroll down little bit down, you guys can see, sorry, just cancel it. It is on the edit. Huh. If you scroll down little bit here, you can see the sharing rules. Lead sharing rule, account sharing rule, opportunity sharing rule, case sharing rule. Like these sharing rules are there. What is update which are checking? Account on account we are checking, right? Just I am going to create a new sharing rule. See, label is I'm just making as sharing records, sharing brands record with Suchi. Just making the name like that. See, rule type based on the record owner or based on the criteria. Based on the record owner, I am just going to check. See here, select which records to be shared. The section is there. No? Select which record should be shared, whether public user, public group, or roles, or role and subordinates. Based on what we need to share. We are going to share roles which are sales rep. See, roles, we can make it as sales rep. For example, same, for example, it means whatever the records shared by the role which is having sales rep, it will share with the sales rep. For example, not like that. If you want to share like this, share from role, share manager to share like this, we can. Okay, that is what it is saying. Like this, we can say. See here, the access is read only and opportunity cases is the set. Like this, we can check. Clear? Or any confusion in this? If we select for the based on the criteria, then based on the criteria of the account number or account name or street, like this also we can share with the other same for public group or roles and subordinates. Okay, just go with the based on the record owner only. Okay, public groups, no public groups. And just save it. See, it is showing. It is reflected right here. Now we can go and we can refresh the page. We'll see how it is working. Can see now records owned by the brands. Suchi can see the records owned by the brands as well. Clear? Clear or not?
Yes, yes, అక్క క్లియర్ అక్క.
ఇక్కడ బ్రాంచ్ ఉంది కదా, ఇప్పుడు రిఫ్రెష్ చేస్తాను. స్విచ్ రికార్డ్ వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ. బికాస్ ఒక రోల్ నుంచి ఒక రోల్ బేస్ చేసుకొని యాక్సెస్ ఇచ్చాను, షేరింగ్ రూల్స్ ఇచ్చాను కాబట్టి. ఓకేనా? అలా షేరింగ్ రూల్స్ ఇలా యూజ్ అవుతాయి. ఓకేనా? సి మెయిన్ థింగ్, ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు షేర్ ఎ రికార్డ్స్ ఇన్ బల్క్ means, for example, as of now we are having only one record under the switches and under the brands, that's why only one record we are able to see here. Let's assume, for example, there are 10 or 100 records which are owned by the brands. All the records Suchi can able to see. Same like, for example, if there are 100 or 200 records which are owned by the Suchi, all the 100 and 200 records which can share by the brands. If you set for the sharing rules, that is what. Okay, as of now we are having only single record under one user. we are able to see the one record.
घर
Clear?
पे नेटवर्क बेटर
This is
आएगा
about the sharing
और
rules. That's
कहीं
it.
नहीं बोलते
Maybe interviewers may ask you like how many types of sharing rules we have. Then you have to answer like two types of sharing rules will be there. One is owner based and criteria based. Here, these are types.
बाल देख
They will ask you like how
बाल
many
देख
types of sharing rules. If they ask you how many types of sharing rules, then you have to tell this. If they ask you how many types in the security model, then that is different. Don't confuse with the answers. If they ask you like among which type of the users we can say the records, means you can say you can list all these three, whether public groups to roles or public groups to public groups, public groups to our roles and subordinates. We can share all the records among all these type of users. Public group means nothing but there will be a group of members only. Roles, roles, you guys already know what is the role, roles and subordinates like this. Okay, this is about the sharing rules. Is it clear or any doubt? Any doubt
Yeah,
with the
clear.
sharing rules? It's clear, right? Fine.
Yeah.
Next, coming to the next scenario 3. What is the scenario 3? See, Betty wants one of her records to share with the Bran and Suchi. Okay. Till now we have seen like we are done with the setting of hierarchy level of access, mean by using the role hierarchy. Okay. When availability is set for private. And second scenario is, for example, on the same example, if Bran or Suchi, they are the colleagues, they are with the same access, but if they want to see the records which are owned by each of them, then also we see with the sharing rules we have achieved this. Now the third requirement is, that is, Betty wants one of her records to share with the Bran and Suchi. As of now, Betty is the sales manager for these two people, right? These two peoples are not able to see Betty's record, but Betty can able to see the Brands and Suchi's record as of now, right? Even after setting the sharing rules, Brand can see the Suchi's record and Suchi can see this Brand record, but these two peoples are not able to see the Betty's record, right? Why? Because we have given the sharing rules based on the role. The role is sales reps to sales rep. That is why they are not able to see the records. They are not able to see the records of Betty's. Clear? అర్థమైందా? అర్థం కాలేదా?
అర్థమైంది అక్క.
అర్థమైంది కదా. సి, ఇందాక ఏం చేసామంటే షేరింగ్ రూల్స్ మనం ఇచ్చాము. షేరింగ్ రూల్స్ ఇచ్చిన తర్వాతనే బ్రాండ్ వచ్చేసి స్విచ్చెస్ రికార్డ్ చూడగలుగుతున్నారు, స్విచ్ కూడా బ్రాండ్స్ రికార్డ్ చూడగలుగుతున్నారు. ఎందుకంటే మనం షేరింగ్ రూల్స్ రోల్ బేస్ చేసుకొని సేల్స్ రెప్ నుంచి సేల్స్ రెప్కి యాక్సెస్ ఇచ్చాం కాబట్టి కనిపిస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? బట్ బెట్టీకి లేదు, ఎందుకంటే బెట్టీది వేరే రోల్, సేల్స్ మేనేజర్, కాబట్టి మన రూల్స్ లేదు. పోనీ రోల్ హైరార్కి ఏమైనా హెల్ప్ చేస్తుందా అంటే లేదు, ఎందుకంటే ఇది మేనేజర్, బెట్టీ అనేది మేనేజర్ కాబట్టి ఈ సబార్డినేట్స్ వచ్చి బెట్టీస్ రికార్డ్ చూడలేరు, బెట్టీ వచ్చి సబార్డినేట్ రికార్డ్ చూస్తుంది. నౌ ద థింగ్ ఈస్, ఈవెన్ Betty is the manager, she wanted to share her own record with the Bran and Suchi. As of now, they don't have the access on the Betty's record. See here, Bran's record is there, Suchi record is, but there is no Betty record for this Bran, Suchi. Okay. Now manager wants to give the access on her own record with her subordinates, with that they can work on the record, because maybe she is going on leave or maybe I don't know, she want to share her record with the Bran and Suchi. Okay. Or Bran only or Suchi only, that is up to left her wish only. Now how we can give that? Even whatever is private only, everything is same. Now what will help us? We can go with the manual sharing. Here manual sharing will help us. Okay. If you want to deal with a single record, she want to share a single record, not a bulk records. If she want to share a bulk record, again we can go with the sharing rules only. What we can do, we can configure the sharing rules that records to be shared means from sales manager role to sales rep. Okay. But now she want to share only single record with single person or a two person, that left to That is her own choice. Okay, she's gonna deal with a single record, then manual sharing will help us. క్లియర్. సి అలా లేకోకుండా షేరింగ్ రూల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసామనుకో, ఇక్కడ షేరింగ్ రూల్ కూడా క్రియేట్ చేయొచ్చు. రికార్డ్స్ వచ్చేసి మేనేజర్ రికార్డ్స్ సబార్డినేట్స్ కనిపించాలంటే షేరింగ్ రూల్ క్రియేట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఎందుకంటే షేరింగ్ రోల్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసి సేల్స్ మేనేజర్ రోల్ నుంచి సేల్స్ రిప్ మేనేజర్ రోల్ వరకు యాక్సెస్ ఇవ్వాలా అనుకుంటాం. బట్ ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే చాలా యూజర్స్ ఉంటారు సేమ్ రోల్తో. సేల్స్ రేప్ అందరికీ కనిపిస్తాయి తన రికార్డ్స్. అన్ని రికార్డ్స్ ఈ సేల్స్ రేప్ రోల్ ఎవరెవరికి ఉందో అందరికీ కనిపిస్తాయి. బట్ అలా వద్దు. తన తన ఓన్లీ సింగిల్ రికార్డ్ ఉంటది. ఐ మీన్ ఈ అమ్మాయి ఏదో ఒక రికార్డ్ ఉంటది మేనేజర్, సేల్స్ మేనేజర్. ఆ ఒక్క రికార్డ్‌ని ఒకరికో, ఇద్దరికి మాత్రమే నేను షేర్ చేయాలనుకుంటది. ఓకేనా? అప్పుడు సింగిల్ రికార్డ్ విత్ సింగిల్ పర్సన్ ఆర్ 2 ఆర్ 3 పర్సన్స్ అది తన విష్ షేర్ చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు అప్పుడు మాన్యువల్ షేరింగ్ హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది. అర్థమైందా? కన్‌ఫ్యూజన్‌గా ఉందా? If she wants to deal with a single record, then blindly go with the manual sharing. If she wants to share a multiple records with the different rules, then you can go with the sharing rules. If you want to set a security on the hierarchy level, then we can go with the role hierarchy. That's it. No difficulties there in that. Okay, fine. Manual sharing. Now let's see what I'm telling. Like to get this type of to fulfill this type of requirement, manual sharing will help us. Why? Because we want to deal, Betty wants to deal with a single record. Okay, now what is a manual sharing? We'll have a theoretical knowledge. This help users to share his her own records to any user manually. Okay, example, share records of the mine to my colleague to work on the lead as I will be on a leave. Means Betty is going on a leave. She want to give the access on her own record with her subordinates. With that, they can close the lead. Okay, without any delay because as she is going on a leave. Shared my records with the expert who can work on the lead to close the deal. What I don't know the reason, but she wants to share the her own record with her subordinates. Okay, see how we can share the records manually. We'll see. See, if you want to go for a manual sharing will not be available. It will not work in the lightning. Means lightning view. We have to go for the classic. Okay, we have to go for the class. In classic, we can see the manual sharing option. We have to go for a Betty first because she wants to share a record with her subordinates. So here in this tab I just log in as a Betty. So fine, I am on the new this week. Here she can see here Betty's record is there. This is this own record, her own record. Now she wants to share this record with Suchi and Bran. As of now, Suchi and Bran they don't have the access on Betty's record. Now she wants to share with anyone or two persons. That's fine. Okay, let's first open the record, whichever the record she wants to share with her subordinates. Go to the details. Here, this is the lightning. Here, she don't have any option to share manually. So just sh- shift for the Salesforce Classic version. Now I'm going to shift. This is the classic version. Okay, now under the accounts, what is the this is the Betty's record. If I open this record, once you open this record, here she will get an option that sharing. This option we don't have in the lightning. Okay, just click on this sharing. Now as of now one access is there, that is user Betty full access. Why? Because reason is she is the owner for this, she will have the complete access on this record. Now who needs to have the access on the same record, that you can add here. Add with whom you need to share, users level or role level or subordinate level, public group level, you can give the access. But I want to share with only user only. But what is the user? Brand and Suchi. Both she can, but let's add only Suchi. Okay, I'm just adding only one user. Means I'm just sharing the this single record manually with Suchi only with read only mode, not a edit and all. Okay. So now I just added. Now go to Suchi. Let's have a test whether she can able to access or not this record. Now see, Suchi can see the Betty's record also because Betty manually shared the record with Suchi. Okay. Now go to this what this brand user, right? Where he is, I think in this. Here brand is there. Now let's refresh whether brand able to see that or not. He cannot able to see why because she didn't share with the brand. She only shared with the Suchi. Now go to that again means that Betty's record. Now add to brand. Now we'll see whether brand can able to see or not. I just shared with brand as well now with read only access. Okay, here brand is there. Let's refresh the page. Now this brand also can see the Betty's record. As it is read only, they can see only, but they cannot edit. See if I go here, if I edit something else here, if I save this, error will come because they are having a only read only access, not a edit access. See, account access is read only. Clear? This is the manual sharing. Clear? Clear or any doubt?
Yeah, clear.
ఫైన్ మార్నింగ్ క్లాస్ క్లియర్గా ఉంటే ఈ క్లాస్ బాగా అర్థమవుతుంది ఓకేనా ఫైన్ లెట్స్ కమ్ టు ద సమ్మరీ ఓకే as we were discussing like the same thing if you want to give a access based on the hierarchy level as we discussed the role hierarchy what will help us role hierarchy will help us whenever the OW is set for a private for example if OWD is set for a read only or read write then no need of this role hierarchy and sharing rules and manual sharing why because if you set a OWD for read only public read only anyhow all the users can see the others record right clear this is a very 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 important point whenever uh, role hierarchy and sharing rules and manual sharings will come into the picture means when they will come into the picture means whenever the OW is set for a private then only we need the help of role hierarchy and sharing rules and manual sharing why because we need to share the records with the different people based on the requirement okay that's why we need the role hierarchy and sharing rules and manual sharing. For example, if OWD is set for a private, sorry, not private, set for a public read only, then everyone can see the everyone's record right in the read only mode. In the read only, they can see others record also, shared records also, but they cannot edit. That's it. Clear? అర్థమైందా లేదా
Yeah, yeah, clear.
okay see see here what will help see బెట్టి ఇది ఇలా కావాలి కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయాలంటే రూల్ హెరార్కీ హెల్ప్ చేస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ బ్రాండ్ వచ్చేసి ఓన్లీ తన ఒక్క రికార్డ్ మాత్రమే స్విచ్కి షేర్ చేయాలనుకుంటే అప్పుడు మాన్యువల్ షేరింగ్ హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది ఓకేనా లేదు బ్రాండ్ వచ్చేసి స్విచ్కి వచ్చి బ్రాండ్ కావాలంటే షేరింగ్ రూల్ కూడా హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది ఓకేనా ఇది ఒక సమ్మరీ ఫైన్ అర్థమైందంటే క్విజ్ టైంకి వెళ్దాం ఓకేనా Okay, the question is which question is in our org OW is set to private and profile with cred means on profile we are having the create access, read access, edit access, delete access. Let's consider the account object only. Okay. On the profile level, you are having the create, read, edit, and delete access. But OW is set for a private. Now, the requirement is I want all the records of rep users means rep role to share with the expert users means expert role. What will help us here? I need an answer from you guys. మీకు అర్థమైంటే చెప్పగలరు అనుకుంటా థింక్ చేయండి చెప్పండి సి మీ ఆర్గ్లో అకౌంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉందంట. అకౌంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఓడబ్ల్యూ వచ్చేసి ప్రైవేట్ సెట్ చేశారంట. ప్రొఫైల్ యాక్సెస్ వచ్చి మాత్రం క్రియేట్, రీడ్, ఎడిట్, డిలీట్ 4 యాక్సెస్ ఉందంట. నౌ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ if you want all the records of rep users means రెప్ అనే ఒక రోల్ ఉందంట. ఆ రోల్‌తో ఎవరెవరికైతే రికార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయో అవన్నీ ఎక్స్‌పర్ట్ రోల్ ఉండే యూజర్స్‌కి షేర్ చేయాలంట. ఏది 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 యూజ్ అవుతది?
రోల్ హైరార్కీ
రోల్ హైరార్కీ
యూజ్ అవుతుంది అక్క. దాంతో మనం
ఎలా?
ఎక్స్‌పర్ట్
రోల్
రోల్‌కి
హైరార్కీ
అసైన్
ఎలా యూజ్ అవుతది? నేనిక్కడ ఏం చెప్పలేదే. ఏమంటారు ఎక్స్‌పర్ట్ వచ్చేసి ఓన్లీ రెప్ వాళ్ళయి సారీ రెప్ రోల్ వచ్చేసి ఎక్స్‌పర్ట్‌వి చూడాలి. ఎక్స్‌పర్ట్ రోల్ చూడకూడదని నేను చెప్పలేదే.
హ్మ్. సో, ఎక్స్‌పర్ట్ హైయర్
All
అథారిటీ ఉంటారు
records
కదా!
of rep users role need to share with the other role.
షేరింగ్ రూల్స్.
యెస్. ఇక్కడ ఉంది గదా! ఒక్క రోల్ అంటే రెప్ రోల్ ఏదైతే ఉందో, ఈ రోల్‌తో ఏవైతే రికార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయో వాళ్ళందరి రికార్డ్స్ ఈ ఎక్స్‌పర్ట్ రోల్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళకెళ్ళాలంటున్నాం గదా! సేమ్ మనం చేసింది అంతే గదా! ఇక్కడ. ఆహ్,
ఓకే. ఓకే.
సేమ్ బట్ నేనేం చేశానంటే ఒకే రోల్ యూజ్ చేశా. బికాజ్ మనకు ఒకే రోల్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఒకే రోల్ యూజ్ చేశాను అంతే. దట్ ఈస్ సేల్స్ రెప్. అర్థమైందా?
ఓకే.
అదర్స్ అర్థమవుతుందా? కన్‌ఫ్యూజన్‌గా ఉందా? రెప్ టీమ్
లేదు.
రికార్డ్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో మొత్తం వచ్చేసి ఎక్స్‌పర్ట్ టీమ్‌కి షేర్ చేయాలంట. అప్పుడు షేరింగ్ రూల్స్ ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. అప్పుడేం చేస్తారంటే షేరింగ్ రూల్‌కెళ్ళేసి రికార్డ్స్ టు బి షేర్డ్ అని చెప్పేసి అక్కడ ఏం చేస్తారంటే రెప్ రోల్ అని సెలెక్ట్ చేసి షేర్డ్ విత్ అని ఉంటుంది. విత్ అనే దగ్గర ఎక్స్‌పర్ట్ రోల్ అని ఇవ్వాలి. అప్పుడేమవుతుందంటే ఈ రెప్ రోల్ అనే రికార్డ్స్ అన్నీ ఈ ఎక్స్‌పర్ట్ రోల్ ఉండే యూజర్‌కి అందరికి యాక్సెస్ అవుతుంది. ఇక్కడ మాన్యువల్ షేరింగ్ వర్క్ అవుతుందా? వర్క్ అవ్వదా? వర్క్ అవుతుందంటే ఎందుకు? కాదంటే ఎందుకు చెప్పాలి?
వర్క్ అవుతుంది. బట్ అట్ ఎ టైమ్ ఎక్కువ చేయలేం. సింగిల్ అయితే షేర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
ఆ! ఒకటే కానీ ఇప్పుడు ఏమంటున్నారు ఎంటైర్ టీమ్ షేర్ చేయాలంటున్నారు కాబట్టి మాన్యువల్ షేరింగ్ వర్క్ అవ్వదు. రోల్ హైరార్కీ కూడా వర్క్ అవ్వదు. ఎందుకంటే ఈడేం హైరార్కీ లెవెల్‌లో చెప్పట్లేదు వాళ్ళు. మొత్తం రికార్డ్స్ ఆ రోల్ నుంచి ఈ రోల్‌కెళ్ళాలా అంటున్నారు. దట్స్ ఇట్. కాబట్టి సింపుల్ షేరింగ్ రూల్స్. ఓకే. ద ఆన్సర్ ఈస్ షేరింగ్ రూల్. Okay, fine. The quiz question 2. In our arc, same OW is set for a private and profile with a grid access. And I want all the records of subordinates to be accessed by the supervisor. Same like
హియర్ వి కెన్ యూజ్ రోల్ హైరార్కీ.
sorry.
రోల్ హైరార్కీ కెన్ బి
Yes,
యూజ్డ్.
here role hierarchy will help us. Why? Because I wanted like all the subordinates to be accessed by the supervisor, like this. Okay, answer is role hierarchy. The third question is same. OW is not a same. Sorry. In our arc, OWD is set to public read only and profile with cred. Okay. Betty wants to share one of the records with Suchi to edit.
మాన్యువల్ షేరింగ్.
Sorry,
మాన్యువల్ షేరింగ్. సింగిల్ రికార్డ్
manual
విత్
sharing.
ఎండ్.
Okay. ఎందుకు?
ఓన్లీ సింగిల్ రికార్డ్ యూ వాంట్ టు షేర్ ఇట్.
Betty wants to share one of the records with Suchi to edit it. Okay.
యూ వాంట్ టు
And
షేర్ ఓన్లీ వన్ రికార్డ్ అక్క. సో హీ
manual
కెన్ యూజ్
sharing is
మాన్యువల్.
manual sharing answer is correct, but here OWD is set to public read only. ఆల్రెడీ ఓడబ్ల్యూ పబ్లిక్ రీడ్ ఓన్లీ ఉంది. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏం అడుగుతున్నారంటే ఎడిట్ చేయడానికి అడుగుతున్నారు.
ఎడిట్ యాక్సెస్ ఇవ్వడం.
ఆ! అందుకు మాన్యువల్ షేరింగ్ ఎళ్ళాలి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ ఎడిట్ లేకోకుండా రీడ్ అని అడిగారనుకో, అప్పుడు ఏది అవసరం లేదు. ఎందుకంటే ఆల్రెడీ పబ్లిక్ రీడ్ ఓన్లీ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఓడబ్ల్యూడీ. అర్థమైందా? ఎందుకంటే బెట్టి, స్విచ్ అందరూ చూసుకోగలుగుతారు కాబట్టి, మళ్ళీ మనం కొత్తగా చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఏమీ లేదు. కాకపోతే ఇక రీడ్ ఓన్లీ అని ఉంది. కానీ ఎడిట్ యాక్సెస్ కావాలంటున్నారు కాబట్టి, అప్పుడు మాన్యువల్ షేరింగ్‌కెళ్ళి అక్కడ రీడ్ ఓన్లీ బదులు పబ్లిక్ రీడ్ రైట్ యాక్సెస్ ఇచ్చి షేర్ చేస్తాం. దట్స్ ఇట్. క్లియర్? ఇదే ట్రిక్కీ. ఇది అసలు ఈ 3 అండ్ 4థ్ క్వెషన్ వస్తది. ఇవి 2 క్లియర్ అయితే మేము మొత్తం అర్థమైనట్లే. ఓకేనా? సో, ద రిజల్ట్ ఈస్ మాన్యువల్ షేరింగ్. దట్ ఈస్ కరెక్ట్. Going for the fourth question, same quiz question. Same in our arc, OW is set to public read and write and profile with crate. I want Betty's to be shared with switches and brand. What will help us? Somewhat critical గా ఉంటుంది బట్ థింక్ చేసి చెప్పండి ఆన్సర్ ఏంటి. OW is set to public read and write, and profile is with create, read, edit, and delete. Now the requirement is I want Betty's to be shared with Suchi and Brand. Betty wants to share a one record with Suchi and Brand.
Sharing rules,
Huh?
sharing settings. So
Sharing rules? Kavala.
already read and write access only. So mm,
So read and write access ఉంది. OWD read and write ఉంది. ప్రొఫైల్లో కూడా ఎడిట్ రీడ్ అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. దెన్ చూద్దాం ఎవరు ఆన్సర్ చెప్తారో.
mm,
ఈ క్వశ్చన్కి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పినారంటే మొత్తం అర్థమైనట్లే.
um, I want Betty to be shared with only Betty want to share with Suchi and Brian account this question.
Betty wants to share her record with Suchi and Bran. I am giving the hint. All these three are having the same object OWD level access, same profile, and everything.
Sharing rules account.
Others, ఓన్లీ తారక మాత్రమే ఉందా కాల్లో? ఎవరు లేరా? ఉన్నారుగా చెప్పండి.
ఉన్నా ఉన్నా అనిత, కానీ నేను సరిగ్గా వినలేం మధ్యలో, అందుకని ఆన్సర్ చేయలేదు.
చెప్పాలి కదా చెప్పండి. Just think. It's a little bit tricky question only. I do understood. Sorry. See, answer is you do not need to share because OWD public read write makes everyone to see and edit each other's record. ఓకే పబ్లిక్ రీడ్ రైట్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఓడబ్ల్యూడి పబ్లిక్ రీడ్ రైట్ సెట్ చేశారు కాబట్టి ఎవ్రీ వన్ కెన్ సీ అదర్స్ రికార్డ్ అండ్ ఈవెన్ దే కెన్ ఎడిట్ ఆల్సో వై బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ పబ్లిక్ రీడ్ ఓన్లీ ఇట్స్ పబ్లిక్ రీడ్ అండ్ రైట్ అండ్ they're having the read and edit access on the profile level access also. So we don't want to go for the sharing rules directly. They already inbuilt they are having the access on the others record means shared records. Clear?
Yeah, Akka.
Fine. So this is about the Salesforce security model. Okay, I'll be sharing this document with you guys. Maybe it will help you to learn.